All right, guys, here's another lesson for you. This is on the song, What a Beautiful Name. So it's also in the key of D, and it's going to give us a chance to practice a few other things. So I'll play through the different parts and give you an opportunity to learn them, but we're gonna start using some new terms and some new things to play. So the first thing you'll notice, like always, we want to kind of be below the melody. You were the Word in the beginning. So starting off here nice and low in the beginning verse is great. And just like we learned about before, we're going to play into the chord changes, and we're going to play wherever there is space, okay? So whenever there's not a melody singing, that's when we're really going to want to bring some different things out. So this is how we might do the verse. You were the Word in the beginning, one with God the Lord Most High. Your hidden glory in creation, now revealed in you are Christ. What a beautiful name it is. Okay, so let me break that down. First off, I'm automatically substituting some other chords that we have during this song. So we're in the key of D. So whenever we run into the key of G, or one to the chord of G, we're going to play not just a G triad, but I'm going to play my G2, because our 4 chord, we want our 2 substitution, a G2. Our B minor, I'm always going to substitute a B minor 7. So I'm going to play the root in my left hand, and then I'm going to play the 3rd, 5th, and the minor 7 in my right. So it looks like a D chord in my right hand that I'm playing over B. And then A is our 5 chord. So our 5 chord in a song is where we're going to want to put a suspension on. So if A is normally A, C sharp, and E, we're going to raise that 3rd up to a D. We're going to suspend it. And then often we'll resolve that. So you'll hear that when I get to the end of the second line. You were the Word in the beginning, one with God the Lord Most. A sus, resolve, and then I'll play this little line into that next chord. Into my B minor here. Okay, so how do you know what you can play and what to do? Well, there's 2 main parameters, is play within the key and kind of play mainly around the chord. So you can use passing tones, you can do all kinds of things through there, but here's what I'm playing. God the Lord Most, A sus, and then I'm resolving, and then I'm wanting to move from that C sharp, make this little melody line up to the B, okay? Your hidden glow, and this is our A over C sharp, which means an A chord in our right hand over a C sharp in our left. It doesn't matter which inversion we're doing with our right hand, as long as we're playing over the C sharp, into a D, a G2 chord, A, D, G, B minor, that I have the minor 7, not the B, minor 7, suspension, A sus, and resolve it to a regular A. Okay? So those are some of the chords that I'm doing. Let's look at what we might do in the chorus. What a beautiful name it is. What a beautiful name it is. Suspension automatically. Jesus Christ, my King. What a beautiful D over F sharp. Suspension and resolve. I'm playing just a G2 chord, octave Ds. Okay? Real simple rhythm there too. 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, and that doesn't really all matter as much. You can just play it over a G and then into the verse. You didn't want heaven without us. So Jesus, you brought heaven down. My sin was great. So I did the same basic thing, suspension and resolve. Instead of going up to the F sharp, I just kind of stayed down here. Right? What could separate us now? What a wonderful name it is. So maybe I'll change up the rhythm a little bit by, instead of just rocking, I'll do an arpeggiation up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and... I'm outlining the chords. The only note I'm adding is just a D in between a lot of these, just so I can kind of have a similar pattern going on. Okay, so that's something else you could do. Try out that rhythm, see what works for you. Just arpeggiate those chords a little bit differently. Then we get this instrumental where we get to play a G chord. So we're just going to play this regular pattern. Here's that melody. Death could not hold you, the veil tore before you. So try an eighth note, another pattern where you're just... You're going to play a chord, play the full chord, but then lift and keep arpeggiating. No rival, you have no equal. You and forever, God, you reign. Yes. So we would continue on that way. Hope that makes sense as far as what we can do there. And when we want to get really big, here's the next thing we're going to try and do. We're going to try and not just play 3 notes in our right hand, but we're going to try and play 4. So how do you do that? The only way you can do that in kind of a normal setting, unless you're adding tones to the chord, is to have octaves on something. So I would take octaves usually on the 1 or the 5 of the scale. So I'll kind of do octaves on this A, and then I want to play the chords in between that A octave in my right hand. What a powerful name it is. What a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a powerful name it is. Nothing compares to this. What a powerful name it is, the name of Jesus. So I'm doing the same thing we were doing with 3 notes in our right hand. It just gets a little bit bigger by having octaves. I'm still playing fingers and then thumb in that rocking pattern. You can also break it down differently and go down and up, down and up, down and up. So try some of those different patterns on. Try these chords. Go ahead and play them and see what works for you. And let me know if you have any questions.